welcome back to another episode of Sherlock Holmes versus Jack the Ripper. Let's get back into it. What am I supposed to do? This. I guess I'm ready to leaving, right? Is this where I'm going again, right? Wednesday Chapel, night of September 11th, 12th, 1888, 10:35 p.m. Did I glitch? No.
Good evening. I hope I'm not disturbing you.
Not at all, Doctor. This man, Mr. Richardson, is a witness to the horrid affair at 29 Hanbury Street, the murder of Annie Chapman. We are discussing the relevance of his testimony.
Testimony?
You're probably not in a position to discuss it with me, but I would like to know more about what you call the relevance of this young man's testimony.
Oh, there's no secrecy. It's simply that the testimony given by Mr. Richardson doesn't match the time of death given by the coroner, Dr. Phillips.
What was the time of death, according to him?
Before 4:30 in the morning.
Other witnesses? There bound to be some other witnesses, aren't there?
My conclusions were the same. Were there any other conflicting testimonies?
Well, 2 other witnesses summoned at the preliminary inquest gave testimony, but in these cases too, the times don't match.
Do you remember what it was they said?
I didn't question them myself. A colleague of mine took down their statements on paper, but on deciding they were of little use, he tore them up and threw them in the bin. There's no point in being bogged down with useless paperwork.
Interesting. Why would you say that? That's the question. Okay.
I will take my leave, Humphreys.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Let me check something. Okay, cool. Let's talk to this man.
May I introduce myself? I'm Dr. Watson. I am...
You wouldn't be the chap what writes the detective stories in that there paper?
Well, yes, indeed, my stories have been published in the Strand.
Go blimey, wanna tell me old mum?
It would seem your testimony is the subject of some debate. Could you tell me what it was about?
They'll be telling I'm a bit befuddled about the times that I told them. But it can't be so. I knows what I sees and what I don't sees that morning.
What did you see, or what didn't you see? And at what time, would you say?
I'll tell you this for nothing. It's me old mum who lives at the house where the body was found out back in the garden. She has her shop at the bottom to the right of the stairs. Her door was broken down not too far back because it's a real zoo it is. Right, the morning it happened, I head that way to see if me old mum has finally had the place broken into. It was 4:45 when I got there. That I'll swear on me dear old mum's life. I had a look round to see if the cellar had been taken. No. I had a little sit down on the stairs by the courtyard because me shoes were causing me no end of pain and I had a cut and all. I didn't seize a single thing below the steps, Doctor, not one single thing. If there was some bird all covered in blood, tain't no how I could have missed that, even if it were night time. Right, 5 minutes after getting to number 29, I had to clip off. And now they tells me that either I can't tell time no more, or I was fixing me loafer next to a stiff that was still steaming. All right then. Evening, gents.
Okay, interesting. Okay, let's see.
Yes, Doctor?
So, how far along are the investigations into these 2 recent murders?
Everyone around here believes both crimes were committed by the same man. But as for the Hanbury Street and Bucks Row crimes, nobody has heard or seen a thing.
Okay,
By the way, have you heard of a Dr. Tumblety?
No. Is it important?
Yes. Well, no, maybe. Actually, I don't know. I have heard about this man, his frequent nocturnal outings and bizarre behaviour.
What does this chap look like, Doctor? And where can we find him?
Finlay knows what he looks like.
The last I heard was that he was staying at Finley's place, the man who was looking for me a few days ago.
It would greatly assist us if you could ask Finley what your strange associate looks like. We could then see if the description matches any witness accounts.
Okay, goodbye.
I will take my leave, Humphreys.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Okay, let's go ahead and teleport to the boarding house. Jesus Christ.
There is a strong smell of gas. It seems to be coming from the abandoned building.
Okay.
Good evening, Finlay. How are you?
Oh, good evening, Doctor. So. And you?
No
It
gas.
smells of gas here.
You might say, Doctor, without wanting to speak ill of the force, I have to wonder if the police are up to something.
What do you mean?
Interesting.
Well, I was outside yesterday evening when the light went out at my place, and a gas smell came from the abandoned building across from my place. And a minute later, the police arrived and was snooping all around like it was them who hid the gas before arriving.
Interesting. Strange.
Have things sorted themselves out with your strange tenant?
Don't talk about it, Doctor. That man is truly bizarre. He goes to the most sordid locations once night falls. 3 days ago, my wife told me she saw him come in with blood-stained clothes and a fearsome look.
Description of the tenant?
Interesting. What does he look like, and how old is he?
Oh, he's my age, give or take, so the other side of 50. He's always dressed in a striking manner, with an American hat. He's big, close to 5'11", I'd say. He has a strange voice, not just his accent, see, his voice.
Goodbye.
Very well. Goodbye for now, Finlay.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Okay.
Now then, let's go to the police station.
So let me go ahead and teleport over to the police station. Because why not? Oh,
Yes,
Humphreys.
Doctor. Tumblety is a man around 5'11", about 55 years old, extravagantly dressed and with a rather distinctive voice. He boards at Finlay's. You should know where that is, as the police were there only yesterday. Their arrival coincided with a strange gas leak.
Ah, yes, I know where you mean. Indeed, there was an odd affair with the gas. It was rather unsettling. We were searching for a well-known scoundrel who was ratted out by Squibby, the chap we followed and saved from the pack a few days ago. This thug, no pity Bluto, must have been in the abandoned building in question. But there was no sign of him when we arrived. Furthermore, an inspector said that, given the smell, the thingamabob that supplies gas to the building was probably damaged. So we took no risks and were called away somewhere else.
Interesting. Goodbye.
I will take my leave, Humphreys.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Okay. Here you go.
Anything else, Doctor?
Very well. Goodbye for now, Finlay.
Goodbye,
Hey,
Doctor.
let me go see if I can check the abandoned building. Huh. So what do... Oh, I know what I do. I talked to Cobbly, right? Here we are.
Good evening, Mr. Solomonovich.
Good evening, Doctor. What a pleasure to see you again.
Alright. Hi,
Tell me, did John Pizer turn himself in to the police?
Things unfolded as they should. Look in the newspaper, the Daily News from today.
Have you finished converting the harnesses?
Yes, just now. I got a little behind because of all the commotion.
Commotion?
Don't you start. 3 days ago, the very afternoon that you passed by, there was a chase throughout the neighborhood. Hundreds of people were chasing one man, claiming he was responsible for the murders these last few days. Schmonz! It was awful. I hope those maniacs didn't catch him. Better the police should.
Okay, goodbye, good sir.
Farewell, Isaac.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Okay. So, yep. Okay, well, let me go back to the clinic. Oh, well, let me get the item.
Good
Okay.
evening, Dr. Gibbons.
Dr. Watson.
Did
Okay.
you keep the cane we spoke of last time?
I was going to sell it tomorrow, would you believe, having not heard word.
Okay, formalin.
Do you have any formalin here?
No, definitely not. They have it in university hospitals to conserve anatomical specimens in jars. But in a little clinic like mine, we don't keep anything but bad memories.
Makes sense. Bad memories are always something you keep in clinics, I'm pretty sure.
Here are your harnesses, Doctor.
They are top quality, I'd say. Definitely worth the price of this walking stick. Here, it's yours.
Okay, goodbye,
Well, farewell,
Doctor.
Doctor.
Goodbye, Dr. Watson.
Okay,
I must
now
go to Miss Bella's.
now I can go to the boarding house? Where is it? Where's the boarding houses? Brothel, there we go. Let me go ahead and get the cane in my inventory. I talk to her.
These paintings are...
Okay, let's see.
Good evening, ma'am. Your door was open. Isn't that a little dangerous?
Hello, Doctor. Don't worry, if the looks of anyone who enters doesn't please me, me and my pistol know how to convince them to leave.
That's interesting. Okay, Annie Chapman?
Do you happen to know Annie Chapman, the poor woman who was killed 3 days ago?
Dark Annie? Like all the drifters in the area, I've seen her once or twice. With respect to the dead, Annie really was the bottom of the barrel.
What do you mean?
Well, in our profession, the pretty young ones go out when night has barely fallen and don't have a problem finding takers. But poor girls like Annie or Polly Nichols, who aren't as tender and are often sick, sometimes trudge around for a whole night in the cold and the rain before landing a client. And that doesn't help their appearances either. They don't have much choice about paying for a bed for a few hours, a glass of gin or a hot meal.
How terribly sad.
That's the price of survival in Whitechapel, my angel. One of my girls knew Annie for some time. They bought some jewellery on the black market, I think.
Jewellery? How could Annie Chapman have possibly afforded jewellery?
Luxuries for a woman are always relative to her condition, Doctor. As a matter of fact, it was real cheap junk. Annie got 3 assorted brass rings, I think. It's been said I have
Okay,
a
that's
memory
interesting.
for
Goes for the
jewellery.
finger rings that are stolen for fingers.
How is Lucy keeping?
She's doing well, Doctor, but believe me, it won't last. Rare are the girls who can build a future in our profession.
Here's the cane.
I found the cane that was stolen from your client. Here it is.
Doctor, you are a real saint, I can see that. I'll finally be able to present my bill to this damned painter. If by chance you see him, tell him that a little surprise awaits him here.
Tumblety.
You told me you would give me some information on this Dr. Tumblety.
Agreed. He's a Canadian or an American. He parades from time to time through the neighbourhood in a 50-guinea suit and acts like a doctor. But for business, he isn't worth it. This damn Yankee hates women. The few times that he was approached by the girls, he spit on them, all the while hurling insults. It would seem that he was hunting for the bad boys. He's looking for trouble, that animal.
Does he frequent any pub in particular?
Aye, the Wasp's Nest on Burner Street, I think. A seedy spot even by our standards.
Goodbye.
Very well, I shall let you get back to work, Mud.
See you soon, my love.
Conclusions. Okay, let's see. Guess I'll go to the... Actually, should I go to the police station? Just go tell my phone.
Yes, Doctor.
Oh,
I will
yeah,
take my leave,
I
Humphreys.
thought I
Goodbye,
shouldn't go
Doctor.
here. Now we're gonna go over here to the...
The Wasp's Nest. This pub looks even more disreputable than the Golden Lion in Baker Street.
Okay. Aha.
Greetings, my good man. Could I have a pint?
Yeah, we're getting beer.
Here, Gov.
I've been
Tumblety.
told that Dr. Tumblety might be found around here. Is that so?
I don't do a roll call of all the drunkards here. I've got my hands full just making sure I get their money.
Pay in advance.
Don't people pay when they order?
Nah, look at that little scribbler there. Completely dead drunk. Tonight's tally is about as long as his arm. If he skips out, I'll be in for a guinea almost.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, my friend.
Oi, that's it.
So,
Good evening, sir.
It'll be the coup of my career, Governor said. Ha! You'll make loads of doss of the paper, he said.
You're a
journalist?
journalist?
That's so. Tom Bulling at your service. The Whitechapel ferret, the wizard with the scoop.
You don't appear to be in a state to write anything, my friend.
You're mistaken. Whiskey passes through the blood and turns into ink. Simple. You see, mugs and inkwells are all the same.
Don't you think
Okay.
you should settle your tab and go home?
My red ink? Where's my red ink? I won't even pay half a halfpenny if they don't return my red ink. It's my blood, you hear?
Goodbye.
Very well, I'll be on my way.
Okay, let's see. Can I talk to the woman at the bar?
Good evening. Would you happen to have seen...
If you're looking for some company, Gov,
Yeah. Ah, it's the painter.
Good evening, sir.
Well, I know you. Why? We met at Miss Poolman's the other day. So you've come to slum it in Whitechapel, eh?
Tumblety?
Do you know Dr. Tumblety? A Canadian or American chap. Quite an extravagant dresser. Frequents this pub now and then.
Are you intimate?
No. What do you mean by that?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. I just wanted to prove my discretion concerning this man, insomuch and so far as I know him. You wouldn't like it if one day the tables were turned and everyone was talking about why you were in the borough. Isn't that so?
Mrs.
As it
Pullman.
happens, I saw Miss Pullman recently. She told me that she couldn't wait to see you again. She said something about a surprise that is waiting for you at her establishment.
You gotta pay
Why,
your money.
that is some of the best news I've heard, my friend. As thanks, I would like to let you in on a secret. The man that you were talking about, and whom I happen to know by sight, passed by and went through that little door that you see over there. Another man let him in. They weren't together for more than a few minutes, to be sure, eh?
Goodbye.
Well, I will continue my search.
Ah, love.
But what is this person trying to imply? This matter is beyond me.
Hey, you can't go in there. It's private. Got it?
Okay, let's see.
This is the sink where the barmaid puts the glasses to soak. Look, red ink. What's that doing here? The bottle is closed. There must still be some ink inside, and it looks like a glass. The barmaid must have put ink into the sink by mistake.
Interesting.
Right. Do I get in your way? Me?
If you'll excuse me, sir.
Red ink, let's give it to this man.
You're the best. The boss told me. My red ink. Well, where's she be?
Red ink.
I found your red ink, my friend. You should settle up and head home.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you. The spring-heeled phantom will be revived.
Okay, let's go see if I can talk to him now.
Gov?
Here you go. It's on the journalist, my friend.
I owe you one. The next one is on me. What'll it be?
Nothing, thanks. But I may need your help.
Yep. Close
What's
door.
behind that locked door over there? Can I go in?
Not likely. And let me be unless you're wanting a drink. Got it?
Okay, access to
Listen,
locked
my
door.
friend. I would like you to let me in the door over there.
You're a bobby. A peeler?
Absolutely not, my friend. I am a doctor.
Fine. I owe you this at least. There's a bloke behind that door there. No pity Bluto. Let's just say he wants to lay low for a moment. So I don't think he'll be opening the door just now. Unless... Tell him you have word from Squibby. They'll open the door. But who can say what'll happen when the door closes?
Goodbye.
Goodbye, my friend.
Oi! That's it!
That's good.
Let me in. I have news from Squibby. But stay calm.
It's the
And who are
same
you?
guy.
Where's Squibby? He's out.
To be honest, I don't actually know this Squibby chap. I was actually wondering if you knew Dr. Tumblety, a Canadian or American fellow. He came in...
Sure we know him.
Excellent. Can you...
You know about gas?
I'm afraid not. I am a doctor.
Then I ain't interested. You can be leaving now. But if I find out he snitched to the peelers, I'll find you. Got it?
But I can pay you for...
Keep your coins for the paupers, or one of the gas boys who ain't afraid of nothing and knows how to hold his tongue. You bring him to me. I'll meet with you.
Okay. So I need to figure out some way of getting a Squibby. Let's talk to the barman.
Gav? Goodbye, my friend.
Oi,
Okay, let's see. What is a Squibby? Let me actually go. I think I'll go to the boarding house because he might know something about who the Squibby is.
anything else, Doctor?
I
Very
don't
well.
know.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay, let's actually go to the police station and see if they know anything about Squibby.
Yes, Doctor.
I will take my leave.
Goodbye, Doctor.
How do I find out who Squibby is?
This police station is like a laundry. Closed.
Okay, what am I doing here? Huh. Actually, wait, I'm gonna go to the brothel. Maybe that'll help. See.
You're still there, Doctor?
Very
Huh.
well. I shall let you get back
Who's
to
the
work.
Squibby fellow?
See you soon, my love.
I think it's... I don't want to be here. That's hungry. See something. Squibby. Okay, let's go figure something out. Go back here, I guess. Aha.
Look, the Club for Socialist Jews, the Cradle of Liberty. Another political club of little interest.
I should probably go and ask the cobbler about this information.
What can I do for you, Doctor?
Wait,
Farewell,
what?
Isaac.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Okay, Wait, well, there's something I need to do. Probably here.
Anything else?
Interesting.
I didn't mean that.
Very well. Goodbye for now, Finley.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay, let's see something. Actually, wait. I'm like. Okay, let's do one more thing. I think I need to do. Okay. At gunpoint from the white pony.
An old report on arrests that took place a few years earlier.
Okay.
Here are the ripped statements. You
Ah.
can piece them together again.
Okay, so we can. Okay. So that looks like that goes in this corner up here. And that's definitely. That's gonna be middle. That should be right here. No, it's right there. This must be down. I don't. This is probably on the side of the paper, right? Okay. Huh. I'm confused. Oh, wait. I just realized there could be. Isn't there like 2 reports? Okay, yeah. Okay, let's do this. Huh. Okay.
There, all done.
Uh-huh.
Holmes couldn't have done better himself.
And oh, I should read through these, shouldn't I? On the morning of the murder, the witness left her domicile at 32 Church Street at approximately 5 a.m. to get to Springfield's Market. She was passing down Hamburg Street at about 5:30 a.m. The witness was served the time as she declares that she heard the clock of the Black Eagle Brewery on Brick Lane strike the half hour just before she entered the street in front of the 49 Hamburg Street. She saw a man and woman talking. It should be noted that the witness identified the body of Annie Chapman at the morgue as being the aforementioned woman. This identification was solicited by the services. The man seen with the victim described by the witness as follows. Age at least 4 years old. Height a little taller than the woman with whom he was discussing. Approximately 5 feet tall, 3 inches. Clothing brown deer stalker hat. Dark coat. Doubt on this point. General appearance of the working class. Particular markings. Dark hair and mustache. Dark face. Looks like a foreigner. The witness only saw the man from behind and would be able to recognize or identify him. The term foreigner is often associated with a person of Jewish origin. Testimony of A. Kardash. The witness read his eyes at 27 Hamburg Street, the building adjoining number 29 of the same street. The two respective backyards are separated by a wooden fence, tall and thin. On the morning of the murder, the witness got up at 5:50 a.m. and went to the yard where the large triangle was. It was then 5:20 a.m. Went on going back into the house. The witness heard voices from behind the fence coming from number 29. The only way that he understood was no. He went into the building again, but returned to his yard approximately 4 minutes later. Before he heard a noise as if something fell against the fence. He then departed for work. When he passed in front of the Springfield church, it was approximately 5:32 a.m. Yeah.
Yes, Doctor.
Goodbye.
Tumblety is a man.
No. Okay. Guys, this is where I'm
I
going
will take my leave, Humphreys.
Goodbye, Doctor.
And see you next time, my ghost.